How does your earlier study of stars and astrophysics come into what you're doing today?
Certainly when I look up at a starry sky and can see, as the psalmist says, the heavens proclaim the greatness of the Lord and the firmament shows forth the work of his hands. The appreciation of nature and creation and its beauty and its complexity that having studied and continuing to study physics gives one, I think, just helps a little bit. I don't know that I have any more profound or sublime insight into the divine because of that, but I was a student at Harvard from 1981 to 85, and along the way there I found that I enjoyed going to daily mass. I enjoyed participating in the campus ministry events that they had at Harvard. When I had been a teenager, Father Dan Quinn, who was the pastor at that time of St. Jerome's, which is the parish where I grew up, had talked with me about being a priest, and he was a man who had a profound love of priesthood, and that touched me deeply. Although at the time I didn't think that it was what I was going to do. I always thought that he was doing something that really made him happy. As one gets older, even when one's young, one begins to look more around questions of what really would make me happy. Mm-hmm. And so I decided I really needed to explore that.
And so after Harvard, you went on to seminary.
To St. John's Seminary in Brighton. I know that the most important reality in my life is that Jesus loves me.
Do you have anything that you especially rely on when people are discouraged or have no faith or they just have lost hope? If it's illness or...
Oh, well, I think that the thing that is most important for when people find themselves in that situation is the witness of the community. That sometimes if somebody finds themselves terribly burdened, faith itself can be hard to find. So then what the community has to do, and this it can never be done by a single individual, but what the community has to do is to step forward and to say, well, if you're having trouble right now, let us bear some of the burden, even the burden of belief, if that's necessary.
And he seems to be down to earth. I spoke to him this morning, and I told him that I will do anything he would like me to do. And he said, well, I'll take advantage. And I said, no, you won't, Father. I said, I'll do it anyway. He's young. And it will be good for the kids. I mean, there are lots of things that we needed, you know. And because, I'm elderly, but that's okay. I've had my time. So now it's time for somebody else to enjoy.
And well, how is the church feeling now, 3 years or almost 4 years after all the vigil and everything?
The healing is taking place and the faith. And well, we've become stronger, I think, and our feelings for each other. We were always close, but I think the vigil made us a family. We're excited at the same time, excited to be getting someone new, to be starting a new phase in the parish, and bringing in someone who is younger. And I think Bob Borges is just as excited as we are.
This is Sue Scheibel, staff reporter for the Patriot Ledger and Gatehouse Media New England. For more coverage, see today's edition of the Patriot Ledger or go to patriotledger.com.